I'm about to do something I normally would not do on this channel. Reading a script that I wrote 3 years ago. I've skimmed over it. It's pretty poorly written, but my friend bet me $20 to read it, so I'm gonna do it. The NWR, Bill and Ben's Redeeming Factors, which I'm pretty sure I spelled redeeming wrong. We open up at the China Clay Pits. Narrator. It was a beautiful morning on Sodor. Percy was taking a train of explosives to the clay pits on the Brendan branch line. This is where the two very troublesome engines work. Their names are Bill and Ben, the twin engines. They are small tank engines with 4 wheels and small squat cabs. They love playing jokes, but it can get them into trouble. That describes Percy better, honestly. On this morning at the clay pits, the workmen were going to be blasting the clay from the cliffs with explosives from Franks & Sons munitions factory at Brendam. Well, literally, first paragraph and already a Victor Tanzig reference. This is gonna be good. Percy arrives with explosives in brackets. Quote, "Morning, Edward. Where should I shunt these trucks?" Edward, "Just shunt them into that siding over there. I don't want Bill and Ben getting access to those explosives." Percy, "Why?" Edward, "Because they're known for pulling pranks on engines. If they get a buffer on explosives, I fear what could happen." Percy, "Seriously think that you should go easier on those?" I'm pretty sure that's supposed to say, "I seriously think that you should go easier on those two." I didn't put the I in that sentence. Edward, "After they caused Douglas Douglas is spelled wrong, and this is an Enterprising Engines 93 reference already. Wow. After they caused Douglas to fall off a cliff into that lake in a prank, I think I've been going too easy on them. 2 is also spelled incorrectly." Percy, "You have a point, but they wouldn't intentionally damage an engine." Edward, "Look, Percy, they just don't have any redeeming factors in them." Apparently my writing is from the hit era, at least 3 years ago anyway. It's improved, as Gordon's Ghostly Encounter proved, but apparently I was writing like this was the hit era. Narrator, unbeknownst to Edward, Percy, Bill and Ben both overheard. Percy, "Who said that?" Edward, "Who said what?" Percy, "You didn't hear that voice?" Edward, "I didn't hear anything." Percy, "I swear I just heard someone." Edward, "I worry about you sometimes, Percy." Okay, 4th wall break already. I'm not even off the first page yet. This is pretty terrible. Camera zooms out and pans to Bill and Ben and zooms in again. Bill, "So they think we don't have any redeeming factors. We'll prove them wrong, right, Ben?" Ben, "Do we even know what a redeeming factor is?" "Yeah, we know. It's what is a redeeming factor?" Narrator, Bill and Ben went to ask Stephen about it, because apparently he was in the script. Percy off camera, "Seriously, where is that voice coming from?" Edward off camera, "There's no one talking." Bill, "Hey, Stephen." Stephen, "Yes." Ben, "Do you know what a redeeming factor is?" Stephen, redeeming factor? "Yeah." "Do you mean redeeming factor?" Bill and Ben, "Yes." Stephen, "A redeeming factor is a trait in a person that makes them seem a bit better than they really are." I did not know what that meant. Jesus Christ. Bill, "Do you know any of me and Ben's redeeming factors?" Stephen, "Well, I don't actually know either of you that well. However, I guess you don't have bad intentions, so that could be a redeeming factor you two have." Narrator, Bill and Ben went to ask the workers around the clay pits if they had any redeeming factors. Percy off camera, "I'm starting to think I shouldn't have loaded up on World Coal this morning." Edward off camera, "Shut up, Percy." Bill, "Hey, John." John, the workman, "Yeah, Bill, what do you need?" Bill, "Do you know any redeeming factors in me and Ben?" John, "Why would I know your redeeming factors? I don't waste my time. Now don't waste my time with stupid questions again." Ben, "Well, seems kind of rude." Worker 1, because this one is nameless. Ah, it's funny because he's British. Bill and Ben, stop making that joke. You make it every time we say, well, that was rude. Bill and Ben continued to ask the clay pit workers about their redeeming factors. Percy, off camera. Seriously, who the Edward, off camera. Percy, for God's sakes, there are kids watching this. Percy, off camera. I just wanted to know who was speaking. What was I on when I was writing this? Bill, hey Ben, why not ask the blasters about us? Ben, Bill, that is the best idea you've ever had. Let's go. What was I thinking when I wrote this? Narrator, this was the start of a chain of events that landed them at the work shed. Percy, off camera, I'm not even gonna question it anymore. Bill, alright, we're in the blasting zone. Let's start asking, Ben. Alright, let's go then. Alfred. I should note this is not that Alfred. This was a different character I came up with at the time. Kind of like Blue Nose from Tugs. Oi, oi, oi. Bill and Ben. Huh? Alfred. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You both need to get out of here now. We are using explosives from the Franks & Sons munitions factory today. It'll be dangerous to be here for the next few hours. Narrator. Bill and Ben ignored the warning and proceeded to pass the danger sign. Alfred. Don't say I didn't warn you. Bill. Hey, Joe. Because this workman has a name. For some reason, the other one didn't. Joe. Bill, Ben, you need to leave now. Ben. Why? Joe. Because. Narrator. Before Joe could finish, an explosive went off, causing a rock slide. It landed on Bill and Ben. Narrator. It was a few hours before cranes could come and free Bill and Ben. The engine to bring the crane was Edward. Edward. I should have known this was happen. I should have known this would happen. So Bill and Ben, how did this happen? We were trying to find redeeming factors in us. Edward. You overheard me and Percy's conversation earlier, didn't you? Yes, we did. Well, I guess this is half my fault, is it not? Bill and Ben. Yes! I'm gonna lift the camera. It's bolded all caps. Edward. I guess in future I'll be more careful talking about other engines. Narrator. Percy shunted Bill and Ben to the works. Percy. Who is that talking right now? Ben. What are you going on about, Percy? Bill. Yeah, no one spoke. Here we go. Ben, I think he needs to get his smoke box checked. Percy, I swear I'm not crazy. Bill and Ben, yeah, he needs to stop using Welsh coal. I'm not high. Narrator, Percy left with his train for the works. Percy, I know you're real and I'll prove it. Bill and Ben, Percy, you're just proving yourself wrong right now. Percy screams into the void. Oh. Oh, this is the icing on it. The camera cuts away to a room where Scrooge McDuck is reading the Sundry Times. Scrooge. So, Franks & Son is going under. If I buy it, I can save it and make more money. I think I'll to be concluded. What the hell was I thinking when I wrote this? Oh my god. Oh, good lord. I'm starting to think this isn't worth the $20, but I'm gonna post this anyway. #1take.